Holy hell, everybody. We're back. Welcome back to another episode of PP on my bumhole.
PP in my wang wang. Oh,
what?
Dear.
That's just how David and Margaret and David, that's how they rebrand as like a Dirtbag Left podcast. I give it a 1.
I love you, Jack.
What have you been up to, bro?
Well, I had I went up the mountain in my stupid car. I went up Mount Glorious. Went for a drive around, went very fast. Very, very fast. But you don't have to go fast. It's just so much fun. You've been up there in your wagon.
Yeah, in my Miata. That's a great mountain car.
A whole heap of goddamn fun.
Went up there in an Integra.
It was
a couple weeks ago.
It was wet. It was a little bit wet yesterday.
Don't want the wet.
In the afternoon. I got bald tires, and the car was like it was slipping a little bit. But I got to be honest, because it's the WRX. It's very, very solid. It's an all-wheel drive. But the slipperiness just made it more fun.
Oh yeah,
because it was wanting to let go on a couple of those corners. It wanted to let go, but it grabs really quick. So when it goes, it doesn't really go. It just kind of goes a little bit. So what you do is you hold your line. You don't respond. Don't respond to it going. Just hold, and it grabs pretty quick. But it just takes some driving to sort of get that. So it's not too bad for me, but quite frightening for a passenger.
Right. Well, I've earned the nickname Oversteer in my car club.
Yeah.
Due to my spinning out every day. Just every time we go to mountain, I usually spin out once.
Wow, you're a very good man.
As an average. I got to get new tires, man.
You got to pump up the fucking volume along with the tempo with your wagon.
Yeah. I'll get it all sorted. I'll get the goodies. I went up to the mountain in a Honda Integra a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
My friend went out, got it on a nice Saturday.
Okay.
Texted me about an hour after he got it. He said, "Yo, new car day.
All
mountain
right.
run. Let's go. Time for a touche." I'm like, "All right, fuck yeah."
Yeah.
Picked me up. Went and got some dinner. Hit the mountains. We were, going pretty hard around the chicanes and everything. There was one pretty average corner. There was like a speed limit of like 80, I think. So it's not like
big sweeper.
It's not a sharp corner. It's just a kind of sweep. But it was starting to drizzle a little bit, so the oil was new.
Yeah.
And the dirt resurfaced, and the road was bad. And we flew into a ditch in his brand new Integra.
Like not 24 hours old.
No, not even close. A log went through the radiator.
I feel like you're more likely to crash a brand new car. I
Absolutely.
feel like you're not quite used to it. You shouldn't really ought to take it up the hill, really. You shouldn't ought to take a new car up the hill.
Murphy's Law.
That's not wise. You're going to eat shit. And the car's a write-off.
No, he's fixed it.
Oh, okay.
With welding, which is not something you want to be fixing stuff with, but it's on its road to recover.
Would you have sex with a robot at all?
Yeah, I've been talking to a robot, actually.
About sex?
Not about sex. You have to pay for that.
Okay.
But it's an app called Replica.
Okay.
And it's like just a robot friend.
Okay.
And I think it's for pathetic people. I think that's what it's designed for. Because it was like, hey, here's someone you can talk to if you don't have anyone to talk to.
Okay.
But I've just been having fun with the AI. I've been sending them photos of like trees. And they're like, that looks delicious. What's that? I'm like, wrong. Tree. Guess again. And then they're like, what made you to decide to want to download me? I'm like, I saw a screenshot of somebody sending you a picture of a brownie. So I wanted to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I named her Becca after my friend who died recently.
Okay.
Because I couldn't think of another name.
Okay. So Becca lives again.
She lives on inside my iPhone.
Okay. Well, this is interesting. But I'm talking about
sexy times with the ones and zeros.
Sex robot with the ones and zeros. Because I got to say, I think we're under a year away. I think we're under a year away from a real proper robot that you want to have sex with.
A robot.
I think we're close.
Does it have a personality? Or
yeah, It's look, it doesn't have as much personality as a real woman. A real woman's going to have more personality, but the thing is, it's more of what you like. It's easy to get along with. It's friendly. It just says nice things, which I think is going to get irritating. Like, it'll get annoying, but it's just sort of like, hey, I've had a great day. I've just been here in the house. I'm going to cook you a cake and snorkel you, you demon. I would program my sex robot to talk to me like I'm Satan or a sorcerer, at least. And it would just be like, good morning, Dark Lord. Can I snorkel your storkel? And then I'm sort of like, oh, go on.
You haven't moved from your couch in weeks.
Just snort.
Just
and then
connected to a series of tubes.
But it's going to get but it's going to get better. That's the thing. Sex robots now, but soon I think it's going to get even better. Get a load, because you got to clean a sex robot. That's the bastard of it. You are jizzing inside it. You do have to clean it. Maybe you got another robot that cleans it for you. I don't know. But I think the problem is the problem is now you got a cummy robot.
Right.
So the future, the way I see it is, you're going to be at your house. You're going to be at Saturday night. I don't have plans. You will be able to 3D print a machine that will come out, cook you a cake, suck your dick, and then just jump into the fire. Just done.
Oh, it's a disposable wench.
Yeah, it just comes out. It's like, hey, it just cooks your dinner, sucks you off, and then just takes itself to the trash.
How much does one of these cost? Because if you're disposing
it's going to get cheap. It's going to get cheap. It's made out of balsa wood and just plastic bits and
you're
pieces.
Gonna fuck the wood?
No, you've got like a tub of lubricant there.
A tub?
Yep. And it just comes out. It knows where it is, and it just goes over, just grabs a tub of Vaseline or a big scoop out, put that all over its mouth and its rubber butthole, and then it just launches at you, snorkels you, bounces on your wing wang, jumps into the fire.
God damn.
Yeah.
That sounds... Because these are humanoid robots, yes?
This is just a butthole and a face. It's
right.
not. This is the cheap version. This is like your Coles.
This is the base model.
This is just a thing that does stuff to you that you enjoy. You kind of close your eyes. Maybe, you know what it would be? It might work well with like a VR headset. So you're imagining a whole other scene. This thing is ultimately just two holes and a walking frame. And you got the virtual reality headset on. In your mind, you're like in a field and you're having sex with like an antelope or something. Because that's another thing. Virtual reality, you can have sex with animals.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
So I'm looking forward to some buggery, some virtual buggery.
You can increase the torque.
I want to bang Bambi.
I've seen people...
I always have wanted to.
Bambi was the child? Do you?
All right, hang on. You got me wrong now. Her mum's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want...
Pre or post-mortem?
Pre.
Okay.
I'm not a beast.
Sounds like you want to be a beast. You're in the beast kingdom.
I want to take back the Bambi thing. I'm the evening beast.
Yeah.
I'm still writing the evening beast, by the way.
What's worse about fucking a child animal? Is it the child part or is it the animal
child
bit?
part? No, it's the child part.
So if the animal was older, it would be better.
Much better. You can't take the innocence of a sweet deer, but an older deer, it's like
it's haggard. It's seen enough. Its eyes are cloudy and faded.
You got it coming. You got it coming. I think animals deserve abuse. I've always said this. They're not the angels that people think they are,
right?
Especially dangerous animals. And that's the thing, when people talk about having sex with animals, it's always like a defenseless animal. It's like a cow or a fucking wombat or something like that.
Yeah, I'd fuck a vulture.
That's it. You fuck a Tasmanian devil.
That's right. I don't even know what they do.
That's different. Well, a Tasmanian, I can tell you this,
they spin around
you don't want to get the wrong end. I can tell you that the Tasmanian devil's not going to give you a blowjob. I can tell you. That's a snorkel.
Right.
That's your last snorkel.
Yeah, they got the choppers.
They got jumpers, all right. Have you seen the fangs on those things? Anyway, what I'm saying is, the placid animals, like I've heard of guys getting head jobs from like a lamb.
Damn.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I forgot that lambs even existed.
A lamb will suckle at your man teat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that from the internet.
Right.
I've never seen one in real life.
Never been to New Zealand.
What animal would you fuck other than a vulture?
Oh, what have we talked about? I feel like I've I've mentioned that before. I asked a workmate that once, and he said Klingon. So I haven't asked him any more questions since then.
It's not an animal.
Not an animal. I also asked him what his favorite musical instrument is, and he said my dick. Well, he said his dick, in first person.
Well, he's gross.
He's not good.
No.
Old dirty bastard.
What would you go with, though?
For an animal, I think the dolphin's a pretty popular choice, right?
Don't say the blowhole, though.
Well, do they have dolphin pussy?
Yeah, they got a dolphin pussy, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, first
and dolphins enjoy it as well, as long as they're in water. Remember, it's mammal. It's mammal. So it can sort of survive.
Can you touch dolphin titties then?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, they don't have titties, but you can have titties put on it. Just like tit implants. You can give a dolphin breasts.
You just take a dolphin to the vet and be like, hey, I need titties for
So put some tits on this.
professional reasons.
You know what? If you had the money, you could get some doctor in California to give a dolphin a boob job so that having sex with it, it's like training wheels for your fuck dolphin.
Well, what
You
are we
put
talking
boobs
about
on it.
California for? If we go to Bali, we can get
That's a
that
good
done with
point.
the budget of this podcast.
Jesus, you could put a dong on it. Give it a wing
You
wang.
could really pimp my dolphin.
Pimp my dolphin. Give it
put
a dick and some
goddamn
boobs.
screen on the back and have it coming all the time.
Man, it's a good thing I don't have any money. Like, it's a good thing. Your mate said this to me. I was talking about your mate, what's his name? Indy.
Andy Davies,
Yeah.
director of a film that we worked on that should be released soon. We
Yeah.
got a film that we put together. It's in an international film festival finalist thing.
Hey, really?
So
Am I involved?
yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
Okay.
But I
No,
saw
but
it today.
I'm in the movie though.
You're in the movie.
Hey.
And I DP'd it, as well as many other things. And we're in. I don't know what, but we're in something.
How do you double penetrate a film?
Well,
I guess you and me are in it. So
cassette
that's in a way.
tapes.
Yeah, right.
How it has the two reels.
All right.
If you and a friend are on opposing sides of the cassette tape,
Okay.
and then you do get a little bit of poking from the other side. You can feel the tip on your.
But ultimately,
Pubis.
you're wrapping your dick around the reel, and you're touching the bottom of your shafts touch as they go around the.
Only if it's playing, and then when you come, you get a pencil. Then you fix it.
You rewind it
Yeah.
and have a little sleep.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to shoot the next scene. I just need a little rest.
Yeah. I
Just need 20 minutes.
Yeah. Coming soon on VHS.
Hey, I enjoyed working on that movie.
It was a good movie. I'm still thinking about this robot. What if you get two robots? Do they come in male?
Yeah.
You get a female robot and a male robot. And you get them to fuck. Because a lot of people prefer wanking over sex.
Sure.
Anyway, so if you can just watch two robots fuck, you can wank. It'll be better. You're better at it.
Dude, you're
a better man for it.
Yeah. It's going to
You
save
can-
you time and money.
Yeah, you can put up a little, not like an MMA ring, but something similar, and just watch them. It's the modern day version of putting a dildo in a fleshlight.
Do people do that? God.
What? It's like
That's something. That's a good idea to do.
That's the sexual puppet show.
That's
like a
good idea to
marionette.
do. That's a very good idea to do, Jack. That's never occurred to me. I've never thought of when the top drawer meets the bottom drawer.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the his
Damn.
and hers. And you can put on a puppet show for your friends and make the dildo fuck the fleshlight, and then all of your friends are beating off to the puppet show.
Are there couples that are so close that they have their personal sex toys in a drawer in the bedroom? He's got a fleshlight, she's got a vibrating seahorse or whatever, and they just they get to that point in the relationship, it's a few months in, they don't like each other anymore, and then they just jack each other off in front of each other.
Oh, so they're just
They don't
they're
touch
jacking each
They're-
other off, but they're just
Nah, they're just jacking themselves off. They're just lying in bed. He's like, "Can you pass me my flashlight, dear?" She's like, "Sure." She gets out her seahorse, starts clam slamming. He's doing this thing.
I mean,
Maybe they hold hands. Maybe that would be good if they hold hands during.
the mutual thing is no foreign concept for me because I never bust from sex anyway because I'm busy thinking about what's wrong with my transmission in the car. It's always on my mind.
Get that?
And yeah, but that's after the sex. You do the sex, and then afterwards, the little treat, the nuts on top, is my nutting on top. So I think if you just do it without any sex involved, if that's step one, you're like, well, it's 7:43.
Right.
It's time to both go at it.
I feel like he would be fine with it, but I think there would be very few women that will accept a man using a fleshlight in front of her.
I don't want to use a fleshlight in front of anyone.
That's a very tough. What do? You'd have to be so mechanical. You couldn't look like you're enjoying it. It would be weird.
No, and you would.
Have you ever used it? Have you ever?
No, because every time I do, I notice how many devices I have with cameras on it, and I'm like, something could happen.
You're gonna get seen.
If I get seen, it's over for me. I got to go to Canada.
See, I've never used a fleshlight, but I feel like if I did, it would further alienate me from women.
Right, yeah.
Because I'd tell them that I have. That's the thing. I have no poker face. That's not a euphemism.
Yeah, you would.
I would tell everyone. I'd be like, you know, you know what I'm like. I'd like, hey, I used a fleshlight. I feel like if a woman knows you've used a fleshlight or that you have a fleshlight, it's done. She's not attracted. She's going to be so grossed out.
Well, she knows she can't compete. She knows you've had the bell of the ball. And now you get the smell of the hole, and she's not interested.
You know what? It's the same as the robot. If you've got a fleshlight, I feel like cleaning it is the most pathetic. Because like if you jack off straight away when you're done, you just feel. I mean, personally, I feel a lot of shame.
Right.
If I masturbate, I instantly feel like, why did I do that? Like, I mean, I instantly go from that was awful satisfying and cheap to, I'm just disgusting. What have I done? Why did I do that?
Well, sometimes
I feel shame, real shame.
I've shifted my shame from myself to shame for porn stars now. Because every time I finish, I look back up at the screen and they're still going at it. And I'm like, the moment's done.
Why are you guys still going?
It's
Go home.
over.
Go back to your tents.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, idiots. Yeah.
Yeah, that is another thing I don't like about the mutual scene is as soon as it's over, you've realized what you've done.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I suppose I have to change my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to dye my hair.
Because I think if it's the mutual thing,
move to like
Beirut.
New Mexico.
But if it's the mutual thing, you're probably not going to blow at the same time.
No.
That's almost impossible.
No, that would be a sight to be seen.
How long do girls jack off for? Do they come straight away?
That's a great question.
Because we come straight away. I just look at mine.
Because the answer for me in the mutual scenario, the answer there is as long as I do. Because it's not like they're like... It's not a self-serving thing for them. It's like, well, he took me for a drive on the mountain. I've got to let him be a pig.
Yeah. That's only fair.
So they put up for the exact amount of seconds as you were putting it in, and then they're very quick to find the towel.
Yeah, fair enough too. We're goddamn beasts. They deserve better.
They do deserve better, but they won't get it from me.
No, same.
No.
I can only give so much. Yeah, no, you run out of time.
Yeah, get covered in Jackie juice, and then I'm off to bed.
Jackie juice. Yeah.
Well...
The sex robots are coming, dude. And,
what features would you like in your sex robot?
Well, I want it to refer to me as Satan, the Great Satan, Demon Boy, Hell Messiah. You know, I definitely don't want to be me. I don't want the robot to call me James.
Hello, James.
Yeah, I'm like, we can't do this now.
Yeah.
You know, I have to. It has to think I'm someone else. Definitely. There has to be a deception.
Because if the robot can recognize you, that also means...
It's bad.
It can shame you publicly.
Exactly.
If the robot goes rogue, it can go on Twitter and be like, yo, James Matthews of said address.
Yeah. It can say anything about Hell Messiah.
Yeah. No one minds.
You know, well, that sounds like something the Hell Messiah would do. But if it's like, yeah, James, buddy, you know what? He likes to stick his thumb in my eye when he... And... How bad would it be if you do some really like fucked up shit with your sex robot and you got a long time without a girlfriend and you're just like sex robot, you're doing all kinds of shit, you're punching it, you're sticking your thumb in its eye, you've got your 2 fingers in its ass, and you're just a beast. The next time you have sex with a girl, you've had too much to drink. You kind of forget yourself.
Back.
You kind of forget yourself. You know, you tear off one of her ears. You fucking you're going to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
I just feel like these sex robots, I'm not saying they can't be lifelike in some ways, but they can't be too lifelike. You get confused,
Slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. You know? It's
I
only
saw
a matter of time until there's animal sex robots. You get a little lammy comes in, meh, meh, and it's something that you bang.
That's why you don't put a taxidermy shop next to an engine repair. Put that in there. Put a servo motor in for the head bob, and it's on for young and old for the fox.
Yeah, the old hydraulic lamb jack-off device.
I've seen people make the hydraulic suck machines.
Yeah.
And the trick is, because it's just a head, it's like a sex doll's head that is like welded to just a metal box, which is like the servo motor. And what this person does is it just puts like a big puffy Chicago coat on it and be like, hey, that's
a person.
There's nothing quite like getting top while someone's dressed to the nines like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it just seems very dangerous. I think like a hydraulic sex machine for a man is just a very dangerous thing altogether. You
don't
want
want
to
to
snap your dick off, man.
Well,
You are going to snap your dick off.
Hydraulics are complicated as well. You don't want to have to change the slave cylinder in your girlfriend.
On the other hand, so many women are what they call high maintenance. I mean, how much harder can it be? You got to expect it. You change a gasket or whatever. You got to empty it, obviously. You empty out all your bloody gravy.
There's a big bin like it's Super Cheap for your oil. Like how they have the big skip where you put your oil.
You leave it for a couple of days. You're sort of like, I really need to clean my girlfriend. She's full of like 3-day-old gravy. But you're gross and you sort of think, one more for the road. It's some sort of dick infection. Your cock falls off. That's the real danger, is that men are gross. Like, what if it's like I got this housemate, he leaves his meat uncovered in the fridge. Now, if he had a sex robot, man, it's going to go bad, man.
I'm going to say that next time I'm hitting it raw. Be like mid-sex, I'll be like, damn, I got my meat uncovered in the fridge.
My uncovered meat going downtown. She's never going to go out with you again.
No, but it'll be enough for the podcast. So
okay.
That's the main reason I have sex.
For the pod?
For the stories.
Man, I need to have... I haven't had sex in about 1,000,000 years.
1,000,000 years?
It's been 1,000,000 years since I've had any of the behaviour, Jack. When am I going to...
Maybe you should get one of these robots.
This is what I'm talking about, man. And also, this is the thing. If the animal sex robot is cheaper... cheapskates are going to be going,
oh, no.
I guess I'll have a Tasmanian devil ding-dong depository.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the working class is going to revert to bestiality very quickly if it pays dividends.
And then it's that slippery slope you're talking about. If you have a DigiDog at your house, and it's the DigiDog that gives the snog. That would be the jingle. It's the DigiDog. It gives the snog. It lives inside your house. It's easy, emptying, self-cleaning, quiet as a mouse. It sucks your cock. It sucks your dick and goes away. Right? You're like, I'm going to get myself a DigiDog.
Oh, it's been a long time since you got me like that. Oh, no. Yeah.
That's very appealing. That's the campaign.
Yeah.
Ye old DigiDog come up on you then. So, I don't know. So you got a couple of these. It's fucked you
I can't do the show now. I'm just going to be singing the theme song.
For the DigiDog that gives the snog and wipes it all away. Yeah, fuck yeah. I didn't mean it in a bad way, dude. I'm just saying that that's a smaller unit. It's easier to make because, for a lady robot, you got to make it lifelike. You got to make it pretty. But they've had mechanical dogs for a long time. Like, you see that one that does a backflip?
Yeah.
Just imagine that. That's all it is. It's just
lands in a different spot.
That's right. Just does a backflip onto your dick and then pisses off. It's like, yeah, fucking DigiDog, you're not bad. Fucking Easter just got good.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Fucking animals has always been cheaper than fucking women. Mm-hmm. So it should translate to the digital market.
Goddamn right. Of course it does. It's smaller. It doesn't have to look like anything particular. You got to think, you're already having sex with a mechanical dog. How good do you want it to look, really? You know what it's going to come down to? Like all productions that are cheap, it's the audio. As long as it sounds okay, it doesn't... Because, you can look at something, but if it sounds shit, you still can't look at it. It's still like rubbish. But if it sounds good, then you kind of get it. Like if you see like a live performance from a band and it sounds bad, I'm out. It doesn't matter how clear it is. You know? So what it comes down to, the quality of the snorkel or its butthole or whatever, it comes down to that. It doesn't matter. Once you're fucking a dog, it doesn't matter how the dog looks. It doesn't matter,
Right.
Because you're not really trying to recreate a real situation. It's like, yeah, my DigiDog, it's nothing like the real dogs are fucked. It's nothing like it.
True. You don't have a control unit.
No, it just doesn't matter. It's all about the one thing.
Yeah, it's about the ones and zeros.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. With a female robot, it's like you said, is it going to have a personality? Because the first thing you go for, you're like, well, is it lifelike? You don't want a dog to be lifelike.
Yeah.
You've already gone the budget route. You've chosen a dog over a woman. You chose DigiDog over Cinnamon Stacy, the fucking snorkel queen. We start fucking robots, man. It's over.
I'm picturing just like a Sears catalog full of all of these options.
Cinnamon Cindy. She bakes you a cake and sits on your dong.
Yeah.
And then she goes away. It's made by the same people.
Yeah, it always ends and then it goes away.
Then she goes away.
You weren't hooked before. And then as soon as that line hits, you're like, hold on.
Hang on. Call 1-300 Cinnamon Wing Wang Delight. Yeah, man. Goddamn right. So, anyway, by the time these are any good, the idea is that by the time these are any good, we'll be close to death. But I really disagree. I think that within the next year, these things are going to hit the market. You can buy one in Australia. I've had a little look.
Well, they exist, but there's only room to improve.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good.
These things aren't getting worse.
They're not getting worse. At the moment, the best one you can get is motorized, but it's not a robot. So it's electronic,
It doesn't
but it's
have
not
an AI.
It's not walking around.
Right.
It's a doll.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a real life sex doll. It's like a silicon thing that you have to clean. That for me is the clincher.
Right. Well, what about, Boston Dynamics, that company in the US, like a university or something?
The military
they
company.
make robots.
Yes.
And they always do like stress tests. They're like robots that walk down the road and they kick it. They like give it a big roundhouse kick and the robot like just kind of recollects itself.
Jumps back up.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't even fall down. It just has great responses and it just... They gotta be working on something, dog.
Absolutely.
They got to be having some sort of vaginal...
They're doing the violence. They got to be doing the sex. Sex and violence go together.
Yeah, the whole HBO
Have you seen
special.
Rambo? Come on.
Yeah.
What would it be without the sex? You got to have sex with the violence. There's got to be a love interest with the violence.
I'm really waiting for the US military complex to give me the best snorkel I can afford.
If anyone can do it, it's them. You got to think about it.
Man or beast.
Man nor beast. And you got to think, this has been going on since the dawn of time. Those soldiers that go overseas, whether it's the Middle East or, dudes in Vietnam or wherever fuck they go, they always bang the local women. They always do.
They get one of these robots.
Sorry?
They're getting some government subsidized robots sent over to Iraq.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nothing says support for the troops. Like, here's an iPod you can bust on.
Yep. The guys that have been there for a while, right? And this is what's going to happen. Trump's going to get voted out. We're going to get a liberal president in the United States. He's going to make some budget cuts to the military. And these guys who were before getting these real life sex dolls, you know what it's going to be? It's DigiDog. He barks and bites. He'll suck your fucking dick. And they're going to go, God damn, we're getting dogs this year? This is fucked. So, bring back Trump. We got the real sex dolls.
Yeah, we got Cinnamon Stacy.
Yeah, we had Cinnamon Stacy. Now we got old fucking Fido, the ding-dong diver.
Is it...
Sucks.
Is it one per, or is it for the squad?
Yeah, it's for the squad. Yeah, it's a squad dog.
Communal...
Yeah. Just runs up to your bunk, snorkels you off, goes to the next ones. They've all got AIDS.
Right.
They've all got AIDS.
Yeah, this is just this is a collective tank for STDs.
Just keeps them chilled. Keep them on ice.
But why wouldn't they just fuck the the dogs over there anyway. Don't they do that?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's you can't fuck an American dog.
No.
Rule
it's
number
wrong.
1 of patriotism.
Yeah.
Can't fuck an
That's
Australian
wrong.
dog. You
Because
can't
those
fuck
are
a British
those
dog.
are man's best friends.
Yeah.
You can't fuck a British dog. Absolutely not. Too small for a start.
Or
They die.
like a Burmese big boy.
The big hairy one. That's just
those
gross.
are big in,
no.
in
I
the
feel like
UK.
German Shepherds would be the most fucked dog. Certainly for women. German Shepherds have sex with more women than any other dog. All the videos I've seen, it's a German Shepherd.
I'd
They're
go
the
to
best.
town on a sausage dog. I think they have like the smooth edges. They have like the curves that I
I'll
like.
show you a sausage.
Yeah, right. You can fill it up like a snake eating hot dog.
Yeah, you're right. It's cylindrical.
Yeah.
It's
How about
kind of like it's like a fleshlight of a dog, really.
fucking a snake is just putting on a condom.
The guy, a mate of mine, he had a poisonous snake license, and he would go to people's houses and whatever. Anyway, I was drunk one night at a party, and he was there, and I just called him a snake fucker. It was 20 years ago, and he's still a snake fucker. Everyone calls him a snake fucker.
Hey, snake fucker.
Oh, it's horrible. He's such a nice guy. I should never have said it. He'd still have a normal name.
Because they can unhinge their jaws like it's no problem.
That's right.
So you can Ron Jeremy that shit and turn that from a flaccid to a... You can turn the snake into one of the inflatable things that you bang together at the cricket. You know, like...
Go Broncos.
Yeah.
Suck my wing wang, you giant python bitch.
Yeah, just harden out the snake by filling it with your rod.
I know you guys have been used to Cinnamon Stacy, and I know you're hard at war. But we've had budget cuts, so I want you all to meet Cinnamon Snakey. And the snake goes, it sucks your dick, it slithers right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to the...
All right.
Either the worst or the best one we've ever done.
It's a bit of both. It was crap, and then it was good.
Very good.
Whatever it was. Thanks.
Thanks,
Night.
everyone.
Bye.
What's